Okay, Michelle. This is not the end of the chapter. So we're doing review, but this is like mid-chapter. We still have two more sections, 4, 5, 4, 6, but I just told them that it heavily relies on our knowledge of these four rules that we just learned for finding the derivative, and they'll all be meshed together. So we really need to know when we use one rule, when we use another rule, etc., right? So going through this, so we're just doing a review today. This is like a little half sheet of paper, right? Like little half sheet of paper. We're going to go through this stuff together, and then listen to this, you people here in class too. Here, this is like your homework. We'll do some of these together probably, but this is your homework. There are 14 questions on them. Yeah? 1 through 12 has 3 of each. 3 of each. Write that down.
Oh my
3
gosh.
of each.
Maddie.
3 of each of the 4 types. Okay? 3 of each of the 4 rules. There are 4 rules. There's 3 of each. Okay? On 1 through 12. Okay? So you know, like if you're going through and you're labeling them, like this is the power rule, this is the quotient rule, this is the chain rule. You can go through and there's 3 of each, right? 13 and 14. What's up with 13 and 14?
That's a chain inside of the powers.
Chain inside of you're close.
Chain inside of a product.
This is a chain and product.
No.
Okay, product because we're multiplying this and this together. So she just gave us that one, chain inside of a product, and then you have to find the derivative. Okay.
And that's a chain
What
inside
about
of a
14?
quotient.
Oh my gosh.
She's just on a roll. This is a chain and quotient. Okay, and then you'll have to find the derivative of that. So these are the different ones.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm dying over here.
Oh, the heater just kicked off, so it's gonna be okay. So chain and product, chain and quotient, you'll have to find the derivative of those. So those last two are like combinations of each one. 1 through 12 is just 3 of each, right? You just have to distinguish which one is which, okay? So let's go up here and let's go through the rules and how you know when to use which one, and let's do the example. So the power rule. Here's an example of the power rule. For some reason, mine did not, there should be a +3 on the end there, but it didn't all fit, right? So that's why that little +3 is there. Do we see what's happening?
I
Okay.
also have a little +3.
Great.
You're stressing me out.
So the power rule is when you just have a polynomial, okay? So power rule, just polynomial.
Oh my god.
This is just a polynomial. This is a 4th power function all the way across. We're just using the power rule, okay? So if we're solving for this, the formula, there really is not a formula. Well, there is a formula. There really is a formula, okay? The formula is if we have x to the nth power, right? The derivative of that is going to become x to the, n times x to the n minus 1. That's the rule, right? We know that, okay? But what does n stand for?
N is the power.
Exponent, the power, whatever. Okay, n is the exponent. I can't spell exponent. N-E-N-T. N is the exponent. Just so that we're clear, we know what the parts are meaning, etc., right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so, are you okay, Maddie?
No,
It's
I'm
stressing her out.
It's stressing me out because it just took me like 5 minutes.
To
To
scan
get
your
pictures
paper.
of like
Oh,
things and
Lord,
I'm
child.
crying.
Oh,
Now
Lord,
I'm gonna
child.
cry.
You're going to be okay. You're going to
You're
catch
gonna
up.
be
We're just doing the power
just
roll.
fine.
Okay? So the solution. Now, one thing that I'm going to talk about, which we don't really talk about a whole lot, but when we write the solution, we don't just write y. What's the derivative of y? How do we write the derivative of
F
y?
prime. F of x prime.
Right,
F
right.
prime X.
But since it's called y,
Y
it's
prime.
y prime, right? Y prime. That's how we denote that this is the original and this is the derivative. We call it y prime instead of just y, okay? If it was f of x, it would be f prime of x, right? That we use that little prime symbol to note that this is the derivative. Okay, so let's do the derivative of that thing. Negative
16
16, x to the
to the
third plus
15.
15, x to the second minus 2. And that's it, right? The 3 goes away. Happy with that? That's just the power rule. When you just have a polynomial and that's all.
Why are you scared?
Right?
Because I missed all of that. Now my mind is not in it.
Oh, Maddie.
We'll wait for you. Are you done?
She is only on the just polynomial.
Oh
No,
my
I already
gosh.
won everything else.
Okay.
Allie.
Okay.
Michelle's gonna have a fun time watching this one.
I know.
Michelle.
You're gonna feel like you were
Michelle, Maddie's on the struggle bus,
Yeah, I'll
so
probably,
just
you can
ignore
send
her.
this to me.
Sure.
Maddie.
Okay, Maddie. So, Maddie, just ignore what we just did and start on product rule. Okay? Okay. So you only have to watch that part of it. All right.
Okay.
So, product rule. How do you know when you do the product rule?
When it's
Multiplying.
just
When you have a product, when you're multiplying, when you have like
two.
2 pieces, right? 2 pieces multiply. Okay? 2 pieces multiply. Duh, that's when you use it. Right? Okay? Now, what do you call the first piece?
F.
F, and you call the second piece?
What? Or a G.
G. Now, it really doesn't matter in the product rule which one is F and which one is G, but it really just makes sense to say the first one is F, the second one is G. In the quotient rule, which we will do later on, your top has to be F and your bottom has to be G, right? Has to be F. Okay, and the reason why, let me show you why this is true, right? Okay, let me show you why this works, right? Okay, I could easily rewrite this thing. Don't write this down, but I could easily rewrite this with this first piece like second and the second piece first, right? This means the same thing as this, right? Right? Like those two things mean the same thing. It doesn't matter what order I multiply them in. And so for that reason, I could easily call this guy F and this guy G. So for a product rule, it doesn't matter which one's F and which one's G because it doesn't matter what order you multiply in, right?
Oh my God.
It does matter what order you divide in, okay?
Yeah.
So F has to be the top, G has to be the bottom. So you don't necessarily have to write that, but I'm just showing you it doesn't matter, okay?
F prime
The
G,
rule is,
F
let's go over here. Did I do red? Yep. F prime G
G prime F.
plus G prime F, okay? I always say F is the first piece, G is the second piece. We'll label them as what they are over here. So F in this case is 2x plus 5. G in this case is 3x to the 4th minus 8. Okay, that's what F and G are.
Whoa.
Okay, so we've got F prime
This is
G.
Egbert's 8th hour class. You are to report to the library. This is Egbert's 8th hour. Report to the library.
Oh heavens, what time do we get out of here? Do you know?
Soon, apparently.
Soon, evidently soon. Blah, 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 blah. Maps testing. 7th period, 3 o'clock. Holy cow, like 1 minute. Okay, let's finish this and then we'll be done. Blah, blah, blah. Calc. Chapter 4. Here we go. F prime. What's F prime going to be? 2. G. 3x to the 4th minus 8 plus G prime.
12x cubed.
12x cubed times F, which is
The thing.
the same. 2x plus 5. Okay, now let's multiply and let's put together and then we'll be done. Okay? 6.
X to the 4th minus 16.
Oh, 16. I wrote 8.
Plus,
Boop. Plus.
24 x to the 4th.
Okay, plus 60
60
x cubed. Okay, then we put it stuff together.
24
So
and 6 is
30 x to the 4th plus 60 x to the 3rd minus 16. Done. Wonderful.
And we're done.
And we stop. That was a very short
Are we doing more
thing.
of this tomorrow?
If you want to, you can go through and try to do some product and power, or you can do all of the, or try to do all of the ones on this homework part down here. It'll just be less for you to do tomorrow. But there's that. Okay,
We'll go back up.
we'll continue. Yep, right here. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh wait, Michelle, quit watching. Stop the video. I just want to stay on the screen because then
Michelle,
because if I pause the video, then it's gonna like get rid of this whole screen. Okay,
You're good.
good. Bye, Michelle.